the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight, we're here with OP Grand National Series as they are at Talladega. Qualifying is underway. Vicente Guerrero on top of the leaderboard with a 52.01. Harold Rothery in third with a 52.12. A lot of drivers out on the speedway. Everett Lane making his way to the start finish line, and the 24 of Everett Lane going to end up inside the top 5. Gabe Butler with the quick time at a 51.95. Rick Sanchez into second, Zach Workman up into third, Andy Brigante into fourth. A lot of quick times coming in, but nobody touching Gabe Butler just yet. Nick Wing in the 21 making his way into turns 3 and 4. Final few moments here in qualifying. Nick Wing gonna cross the start finish line, and Nick gonna end up in 23rd. Wayne Corbett out on the speedway for his qualifying effort. As Dwayne Corbett makes his way around the speedway, we're going to step away for the national anthem. No one go anywhere. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, our drivers are making their way onto the grid. Most all of them have done their final touches and getting lined up. So let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for this one here tonight. Gabe Butler setting a quick time at a 51.950. Rick Sanchez on the outside of row number 1. Row 2 going to be Jeff Crosby Jr. and the 19 of Zach Workman. Andy Brigante and Bubba Winningham make up row number 3. Row 4 going to be Vicente Guerrero in the 14 and Eric Laurie in the 071. John McCarron and Everett Lane make up row number 5. Row 6, Zach Fritsch and Dwayne Corbett. Dustin Logston and Richard Kuhn make up row 7. Row number 8 going to be Casey Gilchrist and Derek Donna. Row 9, Jeff Crosby Sr. and Harold Rothery. Row number 10 going to be Nate Warren and Dave Hunt. Row 11 going to be Ron Walters and Alex Giffen. Row 12, Jerry Bergeron and Nick Wing. Row number 13, Rick Seabrands and Andrew Santo. Row 14, Shane Posey and Mark Mann. Row 15, Chris Jordan and Dana Shepard. And Scott Warren and Lynn McNeese will make up our final 2 starting spots here tonight as the field makes its way down the backstretch. So the racing here at Talladega gonna be big, wide, and fast. And it starts with our first green flag of the night. Gabe Butler gonna show this field to the green flag once the pace car gets out of the way. Week 12 by Hooligan here at Talladega. About to see its first green flag as the pace car heads for pit road. And here we go. For the first time tonight, the green flag is out. We are underway at Talladega, the field rushing towards turn number 1. The 88 and the 33 down on the inside line. Second line led by Rick Sanchez and Zach Workman. As Sanchez drops down to the inside. First lap in the books. Everything going swimmingly at the front of the field for Rick Sanchez. And as I say that, he drops down below the yellow line, gonna lose a lot of spots. Sanchez looking for a place to blend in. So Rick Sanchez very quickly will go from the front of the pack all the way back to 20th. That gives the race lead to Gabe Butler. Bubba Winningham on the outside in the 66 as Gabe Butler jumps up in front of him. That's going to leave Jeff Crosby Jr. with an open lane on the inside. Crosby Jr. in the 33, trying to stick his nose out in front and lead a lap, but Butler able to race back to the line before the 33. Gabe Butler moves up to the high side. Nobody in that third lane, but he's going to fall back a little bit, look for a place to slide in. Fastest lap of the race belongs to the 83 of Shane Posey. Posey turning a 47.59. We'll see if it sticks as they make their way once again to the start finish line. Eric Laurie now on the outside lane. And the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. falling back. So it looks like a lot of guys intent on leading a lap and then dropping to the back of the field. Andy Brigante in the 13. Now looking to lead his lap. He's got Bubba Winningham on the outside. So Andy Brigante, our race leader, Vicente Guerrero in the 14. Right behind him, and it's the 71 of Sean McCara. Eric Donna inside the top 10. Two 1 to 5, fourth car in the second lane. Scott Warren, our biggest mover of this race so far, up 23 spots. Finds himself third car in the outside, or only car in the third lane. So far, it's been two-lane racing. Only one who's really making some noise in the third lane is Scott Warren. They didn't necessarily use the third lane to get there. Working lap 9 of 35 here in stage 1. Now we got two cars in the third lane. That is the 9 of Dwayne Corbett joining up in that top lane. Driver's getting a little squirrely coming off of turn 2. That's like the second, third, fourth time I've seen them come off of turn number 2 out of shape. Gonna find themselves in a lot of trouble if they keep that up. Third lane starting to build some momentum. Zach Fritsch in the 12 up there as well. And Dwayne Corbett getting closer to the front of the field. So the third lane with just 3 cars has made some progress, but struggling to clear the second lane. For the week 12 race, just one more race remains in the regular season. Next week, we will be setting our playoff championship field. Here tonight, we're looking to add one more winner and one more stage win onto the season, as we are consistently 3 wide here with a lot of room between the cars. Wayne Corbett falling back a little bit there is Derek Donna. Now side by side with the 9. Bubba Winningham in the 66. and Andy Brigante have both settled in at the front of the field here. They seem content to lead their respective lanes. Everett Lane in the 24 and the 66 of Bubba Winningham now at the front of the field. As we're working lap 16. A lot of the drivers starting to think about coming down pit road, and so they're trying to get to the bottom lane. Here comes our first taker for pit lane. That is the 66 of Bubba Winningham. Derek Donna in the 215 going to lead that lap. Derek Donna out in the front, up 15 spots from where he qualified. We've been green flag racing since the drop of the green flag. We're coming up on our first round of green flag pit stops. And here comes our first large group. Oh, Andy Brigante in trouble. He's collecting a few drivers, several in trouble. The 16 going up and over. And the 16 on the roof. Nate Warren in the grass taking a tremendous shot. And our first yellow flag comes out. Nate Warren gonna need some help getting that car straightened out. Massive crash on the front stretch here. Starts with Andy Brigante getting out of shape. Andy Brigante trying to get onto pit road. Looks like contact with him in the 14. a huge mess on the front stretch. So our first yellow flag of the night has come out. And it looks like Nate Warren going to lose a lap or two. As the lights go out on the pace car. Still gonna get stacked up. On the front row for this restart, the 71 of Sean McCara. To the outside, the 47 of Richard Kuhn. Row number 2 going to be the 43 of Dana Shepard. And to the outside, the 83 of Shane Posey. Dana Shepard up 27 spots, being the second row. The field makes its way onto the front stretch. Pace car gonna head for pit road. And away we go once again. A green flag back out. '71 and the 43 trying to break away from the pack. Second lane starting to gain some momentum. Richard Kuhn in that second lane, gonna drop down to the inside. Shane Posey in the 83, now leading the charge in the second lane. So Richard Kuhn out in front with the 83. To the outside. New fast lap of the race, Dwayne Corbett in the 9, turning a 47.43. Getting to the end of this stage, everyone in the first half of stage number 1 was very calm and collected. Not a whole lot of drivers wanted to venture up and make it 3 wide. Now it looks like half the field has decided it is time to go racing. They're jumped up into the 3rd lane. Becerra in the 71, moving up to the middle. That leaves the 43, Dana Shepard, in charge on the bottom line. Andrew Santo making a new fast lap, turning a 47.26. Last time around. The lap times continuing to drop in this race. As we get closer to the end of the stage, drivers starting to push a little bit harder. .43 putting his nose out in front, Dana Shepard. As the 29, as there's trouble down the backstretch. We stay green for the moment. Dustin Logston in the 81, a little tore up. Now the yellow flag comes out as there was big time trouble coming off of turn number 4. Big trouble at the front of the pack. Another multi-car pileup. Sente Guerrero and Jerry Bergeron making the initial contact that gets everyone out of shape. Our second yellow flag of the night is out. 43 of Dana Shepard out in front. We'll see how many drivers come down pit road. And Harold Rothery going to lead this field onto pit lane. Top 10 stay out. Gonna have about a 5-lap shootout to end stage number 1. As the lights go out on the pace car, 13 of Andy Brigante gonna line up as the first car 1 lap down. Jeff Crosby Sr. multiple laps down, along with Casey Gilchrist. Pace car gonna hit pit road, and we're gonna fire them off once again. Here we go into the tri-oval. Dana Shepard gonna lead the field to the green flag. We are back underway. Jeff Crosby Sr. still sitting on pit road, a long pit stop for the 15. We'll see if he's going to be able to repair the damage and get back out there. Rick Sanchez back at the front of the field. Started on the front row, led a lap, dropped to the back. And now that it's coming to the end of the stage, the 5 has reappeared in the top spot. Final few laps here in stage 1. Richard Kuhn in the 47 mounting a charge in the second lane. We got a few drivers up in the third lane, being led by the 215 of Derek Donna. And a big one in turn 4. Multiple cars involved in this one. If we keep this up, we're not going to have any cars left. Dana Shepard and Shane Posey going to trigger this yellow flag. Nick Wing gets collected. Though I do believe, don't hold me to it, that might be the end of the stage. It does appear so, as everyone's coming down pit road. The 47 of Richard Kuhn going to be our stage winner. We'll let him make his pit stop, and then we'll see about getting a quick word in with the driver of the 47. Richard, this is KR in the booth. Can you hear me, bud?
Got you.
Hey, man, congratulations on the stage win. Nice job.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Wasn't sure we were going to get him. Sean gave me a good push to get me up there.
That 47 got to the front of the field, and then it looked like it was set to stay there, and now you win the stage. Nice job. What's it going to take here in the second half of the race to repeat?
I just got to get teammates to work together and see if we can get it out front and stay out there.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Once again, congratulations on stage number 1. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you'd like to add?
I just appreciate everybody out here helping out.
All right, man. Well, nice job, and good luck in the next half.
Thank you, sir.
As Richard Kuhn, driver of the 47, picking up a stage win. Do believe that will be Richard Kuhn's first stage win. There's a few more drivers going to come back down pit road, top off. That's going to give the lead to the 53 at Dave Hunt. The lights are out on the pace car. Front row for this restart going to be the 53 of Dave Hunt and the 71 of Sean McCara. Row 2 going to be the 6 of Harold Rothery and the 215 of Derek Donna. And our third row going to be the 04 of Mark Mann and the 4 of Rick Sebrands. The field back onto the front stretch. Pace car heads for pit road. And we get ready to send them off here in stage number 2. Green flag is out. We are back underway. 3 yellow flags so far in this race. And the 53 gets a good breakaway, but the 71 has some help already from the 215. So Dave Hunt leading this field around, and up to speed we are. Harold Rothery in the 6, nice and tight to the back bumper of Dave Hunt. Everyone seems to have settled back in as we're too wide racing once again. Into the stage, we saw everyone battling tooth and nail, getting 3 wide out there. Now they've calmed down and want to log a few laps. Biggest mover of the race right now is Lynn McNeese in the 84, up 24 spots from where he took the first green flag. So McNeese, having worked his way to the front, is tucked in behind the 04 Mark Mann. Couple cars not on the lead lap. That is Casey Gilchrist in the 29, Andy Brigante in the 13, and Jeff Crosby Sr. in the 15. Out of the race, the 81 of Dustin Logston. He has gone behind the wall. The Logston, unfortunately, with an early exit. Going on board with Derek Donna as he follows in tight behind the 71 of Sean McCara. Close quarters racing as we're too wide. Inside lane working their way forward just a little bit. Gabe Butler in the 88 starting to show his way to the front of the field. Jerry Bergeron joining him in the third lane. Eric Laurie there as well. Dave Hunt leading another lap. Gabe Butler drops down to the second lane, now out in front of the second lane. Eric Laurie still up on the high side. He has the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. up there with him. Gabe Butler in the 88, taking the race lead away from the 53 of Dave Hunt. Drops down in front, and Gabe Butler going to lead that lap. Now Jerry Bergeron with the momentum in the second lane. Eric Laurie on his back bumper. Check in towards the back of the field here. Wayne Corbett taking us on board as we're on the front stretch. Check in with a few more cars at the back of the pack here. Alex Giffen in the 99. Giffen finding himself in 23rd. Everett Lane in 24th spot in the number 24. He's back here working with Andy Brigante. Nick Wing in the 21, all the way back in 25th place. So the field spread out at the back of the pack. We've had a few yellow flags, quite a few cars getting damaged. Looks like we're going to try some 3-wide racing once again. Drivers last on pit road on lap 33. We're working 49. Just a handful of laps away from another round of pit stops. Here comes our first round of green flag pit stops. Oh, and more trouble once again. Jerry Bergeron out of shape. The yellow flag comes out as we start a round of green flag pit stops. It looked like maybe the one trying to get on the pit road. Gonna back that up. Trying to find the right spot here. One just out of shape. The 04 going to make his way on the pit road. We'll add a few more cars to the busted up list. We're going to see who stays out or who is going to have to call it a night. We've already lost 81 of Dustin Logston. It's like a long pit stop for Jerry Bergeron. Well, while we have this moment, we're going to step away for a quick break. No one go anywhere. We'll be back to finish out this race.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Welcome back as we are about ready to go green flag racing. 4 yellow flags have slowed us down here tonight, but this one is done and over with, and we put our foot to the floor once again. Everyone has made it back out onto the racetrack, but we do have several more drivers off the lead lap. We now have 24 cars on the lead lap. Ron Walters in 25th is the first car, 1 lap down. Scott Warren in 24th is the last car on the lead lap. Warren struggling to keep up with the field. Warren losing the draft as he has got some damage to that race car. At the front of the field, Dave Hunt and Gabe Butler running door to door. John McCarra trying to make something happen in the third lane. He's got a few cars to work with that are behind him. New fast lap of the race. Casey Gilchrist in the 29, turning a 47.25. As we are 3 wide racing, they are definitely getting after it. We're down to 12 laps to go. John McCara in the 71. As everyone's fanning out, Zach Fritsch well down below the yellow line. A lot of beating and banging going on out there. Zach Workman making a move to the outside. Yellow flag comes out. 24 of Everett Lane in trouble. Casey Gilchrist, Eric Laurie. Looks like Dwayne Corbett gonna start it. With 10 laps to go, the race finds itself slowed once again. And the 71 of Sean McCara is our race leader. Gonna have a few takers on the pit road, but most of the drivers at the front of the field are staying out. Eric Laurie, long pit stop for the 071. See if he will be able to get back out there. Lights should go out on the pace car this time. Looks like we'll be getting the green flag with 7 laps to go. All drivers have managed to make it back out onto the speedway. We're still only short Dustin Logston of the 32 cars who took the green flag. 24 drivers on the lead lap. John McCara in the 71 on the inside of row number 1 with the 19 of Zach Workman to the outside. Row number 2 going to be the 88 of Gabe Butler and the 5 of Rick Sanchez. Then row number 3, the 53 of Dave Hunt and the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Pace car on to pit road. Here we go. The field in control of the 71 and the 19. The green flag is back out. Now down to 7 laps to go. '71 is Sean McCara, easily pulling away from the 19, but that second lane going to challenge right back. And here comes Workman, going to drop down to the inside, right in front of Sean McCara. Leaves Rick Sanchez to lead in the second lane. A little bit crazy in the back half of the field, but in the front half we're too wide. It looks like they're just waiting for the right time to strike. And there is one pointed the wrong direction. I believe that was Lynn McNeese. Yellow flag is out. Derek Donna getting involved. And it looks like Lynn McNeese drifting up just a little bit, pays a heavy price for that. Derek Donna smashing into the inside wall. Grabs the gear and straightens out. So yellow flag is out once again. This time it finds the 19 of Zach Workman out in front. As we pace around a little bit here, it's like we're going to go into our first attempt at a green-white checkered. Lights are out on the pace car. Field getting stacked up side by side. 25 cars now on the lead lap, as we've had that quick caution. Pace car peels away. Workman and Sanchez lead this field to the green flag, and here we go. Workman down on the bottom in the 19. Sanchez on the outside. We got 2 laps to go, looking for the white flag. Here they come to the line for the white flag. The 19 and the 5 running side by side. Final lap here at Talladega. Down the backstretch, Zach Workman has the advantage and the yellow line, but Sanchez in the 5 trying to make some noise in the second lane. Onto the front stretch, Zach Workman with the momentum, but as they come to the line, he's going to hold on to it, and Zach Workman going to pick up the win tonight here at Talladega. Sanchez brings it home in second. And rounding out the podium is the 71 of Sean McCara. Take a look at the rest of our results. Zach Fritsch in 4th, Mark Mann ending up in 5th place. 6th gonna go to Dave Hunt, Rick Seabrand 7th, 8th Alex Giffen, Dana Shepard 9th, 10th Everett Lane, Nate Warren in 11th, 12th is Shane Posey, Andrew Santo in 13th, Eric Laurie 14th, 15th Richard Kuhn, Dwayne Corbett 16th, 17th Jeff Crosby Jr., 18th is Gabe Butler, Vicente Guerrero 19th, 20th Harold Rothery, Casey Gilchrist 21st, Derek Donna 22nd, 23rd Ron Walters, Chris Jordan 24th, 25th Nick Wing, Jerry Bergeron 26th, 27th Andy Regante, Bubba Winningham in 28th spot, 29th Lynn McNeese, Scott Warren 30th, 31st Jeff Crosby Sr., and Dustin Logston scored in 32nd spot. Let's kick off our post-race interviews by talking to our race winner, and that is the 19 of Zach Workman. Zach, congratulations on the race win.
Thank you, sir.
Nice job out there. This secures you another win here in the regular season, setting yourself up nice and pretty like for the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see if I even make any of them. Just depending on work schedule, could be a little tight. Maybe I'll make 1 or 2 of the rounds and then have to just win my way. So, but yeah, no, tonight's fun. Sean gave me a hell of a push kind of there those last 2 laps. I'm glad we didn't have a green-white checker because I probably would have had a pit, to be honest, because I was pretty low on gas. So take that, definitely.
Well, man, this race win comes at lap 70. No extra laps in this one, so fuel should have been good for a lot of people.
Yeah, for a lot of people, because it's the last couple points. So whoever you are in team 3, yeah, good job. Sean gave me a push. I was real shocked. He kept it straight and pushed me all the way through. So that's a check mark in Sean's box. That's good. Thank you for watching us go in circles, and the OP admins for doing their job.
All right, man. Like I said, congratulations. Nice job out there.
Thanks, buddy.
Zach Workman from Team 3 here tonight, getting it done and picking up the race win. Now let's move on to our second place finisher. That is Rick Sanchez. Rick, congratulations on second place.
I appreciate it. I was kind of surprised there, but hey, I'll take it.
Well, you started this on the front row and you finish near the front. What's got you surprised?
That getting clobbered in the middle there and being able to come back up there. I was kind of surprised. It's kind of hard to get track position sometimes, especially about that time, towards the end, that last pit stop. But I got back up there. I don't know how, but
well, man, nice job. You made it onto the second step of the podium. Shout outs, thank yous, anything you'd like to add?
Shout out to OP putting on the race. Shout out to Zach giving me a push there at the end, and shout out to Turn 3 Network putting on a good show yourself.
All right, man. Well, thank you very much, and congratulations on second place.
Thank you, sir. We'll catch you next time.
That is Rick Sanchez in the 5, finishing in second. Now let's move on to our third and final step of the podium. That is the 71 of Sean McCara. Sean, congratulations on third place.
Yeah, thank you. It was a fun one.
That 71 was pretty fast. Once you got up to the front, you were able to stay there.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I pretty much was just try to stay at the front for most of the race. Especially since there was a good amount of carnage, just staying up there helped me stay out of it. So, yeah, I didn't have any damage, which always helps, because a lot of cars usually get some bumps throughout. That always helps.
Well, man, nice job bringing it home in third. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you'd like to add?
I mean, shout out to Rich Kuhn for the stage win. I was behind him for that, and to Workman for the actual win, push him to that. That was my favorite spot to be tonight. Just all the guys around for a clean finish, really. And I know Rick Sanchez was very close to winning that. Yeah, and just all the guys who come out and race with us. It was a fun one. And as always, the broadcasters, of course, the real stars of the show.
Oh yes, we're the absolute stars of the show. Never mind the people that are putting forth some skill to drive around a racetrack.
Wait, so you're supposed to have skill? Oh,
it helps. So, man, nice job. Once again, congratulations on third place.
Yeah, thanks very much.
All right, that is Sean McCara bringing it home in third. So that is going to do it for us here tonight. Hope you all enjoyed the show. I know I enjoyed it. So until next time, you all stay safe. Have a good night.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.